Hey everyone, this is Mike, and today we have our last live letter before the expansion, so in this video I'm going to be giving you a TLDR of said broadcast. Let's begin with the delay. The expansion will be delayed by 2 weeks, meaning that the normal release schedule will also be pushed back by 2 weeks. In other words, December 3rd is the early access date, December 7th is the official release date, with the raid coming out on the 21st, and then 2 weeks after that, on January the 4th, we have Savage. Yoshi P made a post on the Lodestone detailing why the delay happened, so you can go read through that if you want. We also got a release trailer for Endwalker, so you can go and check that out. So, about the expansion itself, I'm going to be skimming over a lot of the information, as it's stuff that we already know about. New areas, new dungeons, trials, MSQ, pretty much everything that you can expect from a new expansion. The role quests are also staying the same like they did in Shadowbringer, so we'll have 5 different role quests for our tanks, healers, melees, physical ranged, and then our casters, and they're also going to be doing the same for our crafters and gatherers like they did with the crystalline mean in the Crystarium as well with the delivery system. With this new information though are the changes to PvP. So PvP will have a new game mode called Crystal Conflict, and there will also be a new reward system for this. The concept is as follows. You play in 2 small teams of 5 players, each team is formed of 5 different jobs and there are no role restrictions. And you're basically playing payload from Overwatch. There's a crystal in the middle of the map, you fight to gain control of this crystal and then you try to push it into the enemy's goal. As for rewards, there will now be series periods being added, and you can obtain rewards by increasing your series experience and level. Each diamond that you see on the image will grant you special tokens, and the stars will grant you other items like gear and mounts. The tokens can then be exchanged for various other rewards, and they will also carry over into the next series. Previous series rewards will also eventually be added through token exchange, so no more FOMO. This will all be implemented in 6.1, and the feast will also be unavailable as of patch 6.1. Moving over to crafting and gathering. First off, you can no longer obtain high quality items when you're gathering. Because of this, they're changing how perception functions, and then they're also adjusting the difficulty of crafting recipes to make up for this, so that crafting a high quality item won't be significantly harder than it is right now. Leaf quests are also getting adjusted so that they grant less gil. That's mainly to do with the gil inflation. They also went on to mention that certain leaves will have their experience gain decreased and others will have it increased, but I'm not sure if this means that leaves will now be worse for leveling when the expansion comes out, as they also mentioned that the XP values appearing smaller has to do with the number squish that is happening in Endwalker. So, as for system changes, as I mentioned, we have the number squish, but outside of the numbers just being smaller, it won't affect the time it takes to level or to clear a duty. However, one important thing to know is that there will be a mid-level reset. So if you're halfway through leveling something, then your XP gains will be reset to 0 of that level. So let's say you're level 71, 80% done towards 72, then you will be level 71 with 0 XP after the update. We then have new tomestones and new scripts as we do with each expansion, but what has changed is that tomestone weapons now only require 500 tomestones instead of 1000 as they do right now. They will also be changing the back on your feet free company buff and replacing it with an action that extends your sprint duration while within cities. And they will also be adding a new item to the Grand Company seal exchange that contains a random minion or a mount, so some sort of a loot box it seems. There will also be new hairstyles coming for Viera and Hrothgar, but Hrothgar will have to wait until 6.1. Then there's also a new audio add-on that Square Enix has developed together with Embody that brings 360 spatial audio to Final Fantasy XIV. First you have to purchase a license on the website to use this audio pack, and then you can turn on the option in the sound settings in-game. Moving on to housing. We're getting the Ishgard housing in patch 6.1, which will be called the Empyreum, and you can take a look at the housing district in 6.0, but you won't be able to buy anything until 6.1. They're also changing the land purchase system. So first off, relocating to a new plot will no longer be available. This is to go against skipping the wait times that you otherwise would have. Land devaluation will also be removed, and they will also be implementing a lottery system. This is to try and make housing as fair as possible for everyone. And last but not least, they also talked about the new Oceania data center. It's planned to open on February. It's going to be called Materia, and all worlds will be treated like new worlds. So you can transfer over there for free with bonuses. They did not talk about Island Sanctuary, not because of the delay, but because it is part of the 6.x content. So they will be discussing it in the future. And that does it for the TLDR of this live letter. So I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank my Patreons for their support, and I'll see you in the next one.